I attended a festival. I went to Croatia from Slovenia, where I live right now, from my village house, to a Salsa Festival, because I wanted to learn how to dance and I wanted to have some fun. And on this journey, 5-day journey, I also went to my family's camp, where I was able to stay in nature and sleep and train and swim and so on, right? And I came to some nice recognitions, right? I did not go to dance salsa to learn how to dance salsa, but I went there to learn how to enjoy myself. And if I learned that principle there, this principle is the key to my program growth now here. Wait, I was like, whoa, I need to write this down, I need to teach it to everyone else. Can you do the work on a daily basis passionately and enjoy yourself while you are creating content, social media marketing, talking to new people, signing new members, coaching your members? Can you enjoy yourself? Have you made a commitment that you're gonna prioritize enjoying yourself and then do the work passionately, right? Sunday last week, it was 6 days ago, evening comes. It was Saturday, I'm sorry. So exactly 1 week ago, this time. This is now a whole new thing that I'm gonna tell you, right? So remember, I was looking a week ago for a solution, for an insight of what's missing, why I'm always getting burnt out, why I'm not enjoying my experience and so on. So listen now the whole story. This is key story of what happened 7 days ago, right? By the way, and then I'm gonna conclude this story with a dream that I had this past night, right? That gave me a whole answer to the whole thing, right? Number one, Saturday last week, 10 p.m. in the evening, me, tired, don't really know how I'm gonna enjoy my next 2 hours of watching YouTube, watching TV. It was dark, it was nighttime already. I somehow Google on the internet like, hey, is there any local events right now, like a club, like a disco, like party, whatever. I find an event in Zagreb, Croatia, which is 55 minutes away from my home, and I saw a salsa Latino bachata party night club. I was like, I'm definitely not going there. I don't know how to dance. I really want to know how to dance, and so on. But I was like, will I stay home in this depression right now, doing nothing, watching TV, or will I just gather the courage and just step out and go on my own into a club? So I take a nap because I was tired. I take a 10-minute nap. In my nap I was like, freaking, I'm waking up right now, I'm going. I get my clothes on, I freaking go. Take my car, have a little wine before I left to relax and so on. I come to the club. I gather the courage in front of the club. I go down into the club. Not a lot of people yet. I buy myself a beer. I sit on the side drinking my beer and I observe, and I see quite a few people dancing already, salsa, this and that. And I'm like, hey, I gotta make a move. I see a woman there and I approach her and I tell her, hey, do you know how to dance salsa? And she says, yeah, I know, but I don't know how to teach you. I was like, okay, you know what, I'm just asking, right? And she was like, but I know someone that could teach you, or you could sign for classes later on. And so she stands up and she goes and she finds 2 women, beautiful women, and she brings them over. And she tells them that I'm the guy who wants to learn salsa. So I talk to the first woman, and she is like, I can't teach you this and that, but you can sign with classes beginning in October or whatever, and so on. But then the other woman there, the friend of hers, was Slovenian, same nationality as I am, right? And I went then to talk to that one, and she was like, I actually could show you some salsa right now. So we stand up, she teaches me for 20 minutes some basic salsa moves and bachata moves, and we do the first session with her, a quick break, and while I'm having this break with her, I try to go and ask a different woman in the club to dance salsa with. Luckily, this other woman was a beginner a lot like me, and we just dance and try to dance those moves that I just learned with the other woman, right? But I recognize how hard it is to dance if you don't know the basics, if you don't know the moves. of salsa. And I also learned that sometimes it's not about the rules as well, but it's more about enjoyment. Because this other person, the beginner, says to me, hey, you know what, enjoy anyway, let's have some fun, you know what I mean? Like, we don't need to know the moves. Just have some fun, she says. I'm like, okay, so it's both. Have fun, but yes, some fundamentals, rules and learnings and so on. I'll look back to the whole thing later, right? So, but it was impossible to dance salsa if you don't know how to do the whole thing. So I stopped dancing with this woman and I go back to the other woman who, she was sitting there, luckily, the Slovenian person or so. And I'm like, hey, I just danced with the other person and I told her, now, how hard it is to dance if you don't know the basics of salsa. It's very hard, right? And I asked this woman now for a phone number, the Slovenian person, because I didn't really want to lose a contact in case, you know, later I can get back in touch and maybe show my skills that I learned now, right? And so on. So my point now, I tell her, hey, let's go do another 20-minute session. And she goes with me and she teaches me the next moves, right? We dance again with this person. And then she's like, look, I can't keep teaching you. The club is getting busier right now. I really want to go and dance with those who really know how to dance. Off she goes. I let her go. She goes and enjoy herself now. And I ask two more women to dance with me. The first one rejects me. I say, hey, you want to dance? She says yes. And then I tell her, but I don't know the salsa. And she says, no, then I can't dance with you. If you don't know how to dance salsa, I can't dance with you. I'm like, okay, cool. And then I find another woman. I ask her for a session. And she dances. Okay, that's a woman who dances with me. And she doesn't care if I don't know how to dance salsa. And she dances with me now. And she's different. She's a darker skin, so she's more not really Latino. She was whatever, right? I don't know, but she loved to just dance and have fun, all right, and stuff like that. And she appreciated my dance as well. And then I go to a different woman, and we try to dance, but she's like, look, you don't really know how to dance salsa. I really want to dance salsa. I can't teach you. I'm sorry, we can't keep dancing or whatever. After this, I was tired of this idea that I don't know how to dance and blah, blah, blah. I was like, I'm done here today. You know, I look around and I leave the club. No worries. I left the club, went home, came back home 2 a.m., whatever. Then the next day happens on Sunday. I walk down to the bus station here in my village where I usually go for my morning walk, and my friend messages me with the idea that there is a salsa, we talk on the phone, right, but there is a salsa festival in Croatia starting now on Monday, which was like tomorrow. If today was Sunday, Monday is the next day. I'm like, really? And I was like, what if I go now to the festival, because they offered workshop classes, and I learned how to dance salsa. So later maybe I can message that woman who taught me the basic steps back, and I can tell her, hey, I learned how to dance salsa, let's make some moves again, right? I want to show you what I learned, right? So I'm like, in few hours I decided that I'm gonna go and travel now to Croatia, just take my car and go. And at the same time, for the past 3 months, me and my parents and my brothers and sister, we were building we have a little campsite in Croatia where we have a mini camper van now. Can't go into this whole story, but we prepared that in these past 3 months. And I was like, hey, and by the way, my father just the previous week told me, hey, I can come and sleep there if I want to relax next to the ocean, right? And I was like, okay, cool, the dots connect. I can go and sleep in a camper van, while every day I go and attend the workshop classes of salsa there, and it's only 1 hour of drive difference, right? So all just the dots got connected. And I didn't really know why I'm going to this salsa festival. I kind of knew I just want to learn how to dance. That was why I went there. I want to learn, right? Anyway, I can't explain this whole journey, but I come to the campsite. Next day on Monday, I go to the workshop sessions. So we had 2-3 hours of workshop sessions first. Then in between you have a break, and in the evening there is a 4-5 hour from 10 p.m. to 4-5 a.m. That's even more, right? You can just it's a club, it's a party, salsa party. You can dance with anyone, you can do whatever, right? So through the whole experience, I tried to learn salsa, and it's overwhelming if you don't really know how to dance. But I gave my best. I attended the classes, I was practicing on my own, even like dancing around on my own very often. I picked a few partners to practice. I met a few friends, few women there, who also taught me privately how to dance, right? So that was cool. And I learned a bit, but of course not enough to really go with the flow and so on. So here is the secret sauce that happened. Because I really couldn't always dance with a partner, with just anyone, because I still didn't really know how to, because it's quite hard. But I practiced on my own. And while I was practicing and dancing on my own, just on my own in the club, I learned the most important key element of life, kind of. The key element was, can you enjoy yourself first, before you can enjoy yourself with someone else and so on. Why I'm saying this is because I honestly, dancing by myself, learned how to enjoy dancing on my own. Just listen to the music and freaking go whichever the passion takes you, just freaking go, move, dance, enjoy, listen to the music. Don't worry, I learned that. I don't know why it was important that I learned how to dance on my own. And I did not know at that time, but tonight I had a dream, right? I'll get to this dream now soon. So, I kept dancing on my own, I attended the clubs, the parties, danced with all of these women, I learned the skills. I was frustrated, most often. Most of the time I was quite frustrated, I'll be honest with you, because I wanted to progress and learn more and be faster with the whole experience. And you can't learn in 2 days how to really well dance. So I was a bit frustrated. Oh, I can't really learn. I don't have that feeling in me to really dance with someone else, salsa and so on. Now here is the catch. Almost the last day of those 4 days I was there, the third day, I was walking to my car. Before I started walking to my car, I attended the pool party, I danced on my own, but I was like, look, is your priority right now to master salsa, or is your priority to go back home and get your membership coaching program to 100 members? I was like, you're right, I can't invest more my time into mastering salsa right now. I rather need to go back home and figure out how I'm gonna do the work and grow to hundreds of members to get to my 7, 10, 12K per month recurring income, right? So I came with that recognition on that spot when everyone is doing pool party, enjoying so much, hey, a lot of fun, and I was like, okay, cool, but let me go home now. I walk to my car and I write down a few key steps, those 10 steps, I improved them. Guess what the first step was? It came through inspiration. The first step of the 10 steps is not create your membership offer. It is, in fact, design a lifestyle by your own choice. Commit that you're gonna become a full-time online coach, but not just that. Create a system in your daily routine through which you can do both. Enjoy yourself while you're doing the work that moves the needle passionately. So the answer that I came this past week was, can you enjoy yourself? Because if you can't enjoy yourself and be happy every day and do the work that moves the needle passionately, you're never gonna grow. You're gonna burn out. That was the recognition that I had this past week then. It came to me in this dream past night. Up to this morning, I did not know the answer why I went to the salsa event. I thought that I'm going there to master salsa dancing. That's why, and then I was still frustrated. So, I wrote those new 10 steps out already on the go 3 days ago. While I was there, right, at the whole event journey. I come now home yesterday, and so on. I came home and I kind of enjoyed myself already a bit more. And yesterday I even worked on improving my course, and I was getting ready for this new launch that's gonna happen today, tomorrow, to record the course. And then I have a dream. I had a dream this past night, and I woke up in the midst of the dream. And by the way, before I had the dream, my friend last 3 days ago told me that, let's say, the universe, the God, the inspiration comes through to a lot of people through the dream, and they just have an idea and then they implement it. So what? So someone said this 3 days ago, and it happened to me in the dream. In the dream tonight, I really connected with my soul's enjoyment. I felt so good and relaxed in the dream. And in the dream, I was explaining someone else. I was explaining someone else how the universe or the God built everything. It's built all on principles, and you can apply certain principles from one category of life into a different category. In my case, in my example, you can apply principles from dancing salsa into, let's say, the principles of building an online business, online coaching program. So I was explaining this to someone else. I don't know what's going on. How did I know? In the middle of the dream, I wake up and I'm like, whoa. I did not go to dance salsa to learn how to dance salsa, but I went there to learn how to enjoy myself. And if I learned that principle there, this principle is the key to my program growth now, here. Wait, I was like, whoa, I need to write this down, I need to teach it to everyone else. Can you do the work on a daily basis passionately and enjoy yourself while you are creating content, social media marketing, talking to new people, signing new members, coaching your members? Can you enjoy yourself? Have you made a commitment that you're gonna prioritize enjoying yourself and then do the work passionately, right? Does that make sense? I wrote it down. And I put as my first step in my 10-step program now, hey, design your life, daily life, in a way that, yes, you can have a routine for doing the work, you can be disciplined, but also, can you do it all passionately? Can you prioritize happiness, fulfillment, passion, fun, and always when you get burnt out, slow down and do something fun so you get back on the track. And even when you do the work, do it passionately, do it for fun, because you really want to do it for fun, because you enjoy to do it. Premium life is a word that signifies live a lifestyle by your own choice, by your own design, and live it freely while you are achieving your goals and manifesting your desires. And you are doing the work that you love, and you are building a lifestyle by your own choice design. You're shaping your destiny. Right, and so on. So much more to cover. I'll see you in the next ones.